Alright, so welcome guys to another video, and really exciting video. Today we're gonna check out the first IEM that I'm gonna check out from Meze Audio. This is the Ryze Solo. This is a dynamic tripod configuration around $100 to $200 So we're gonna compare it to your Moontrops and also the Starsea as well. Will this beat our favorites here in the channel? We're gonna find out in this video. Of course, big thanks to Meze themselves for sending this over. Links down below for their shop. And actually for Meze, they're one of the more better built audio brands around. The Meze 99 Classics, one of the best built headphones that I have checked out. So we're getting Ryze Solo at the top, Meze Studio at the bottom. Really nice box overall. We're getting unified Sonic motion technology exclusive driver, vibration reduction system, stainless steel metal injection body, MMCX connector as well. And it seems that it's a 9.2 millimeter UPM dynamic driver here, 16 ohm impedance, and also 18 to 22K in frequency range, and really nice box here overall. And so for me, what I have heard is you have ample extension at the top, and you have that kind of ample bass at the bottom as well. So it's a fun sound in the Meze Studio Classics. So I'm kind of expecting the same here if it is their house sound. All right, so opening it up, there you go, and you're getting that window to your IEM. And again, you have that really nice case here. So they make the best cases that I have checked out. Actually, the Meze 99 Classics has the best case for a headphone. You're getting that Meze branding from leather-ish design overall, and you're getting that shape as well. Really nice, built here. Soft hard case, and inside you're getting additional tips here. You're getting normal tips here, so you have double flange and also your normal tips as well. You're getting some manuals as well, unified Pistonic motion technology. And yes, this feels really good in the hand, so much like the Meze 99 Classics. This is really nicely built here. So you have that Meze logo at the side, and the design really looks good for me. It looks upscale and really solid in the hand here. You have that right and left indicator as well, 2-pin connector, and really weighty in the hand. This feels really solid. Maybe it reminds me of the 10T5s in the solidness in the hand. Curves, the curvatures, which is really cool. You don't have some fins as well, so this might be comfortable to wear on the air. And look at that brushed aluminum here, or brushed metal build here, and the Meze logo as well. So yeah, overall build quality here, I would say top notch here. One of the better built. So again, Meze, the design and also the build quality, really nice. They do know how to design their stuff. Look at the cable itself. It's your white cable with some pre-forming here. I would say though the cable not the best that I have checked, especially in this price range. Thin for my liking, and also not that weighty as well. But you do have that L plug at the top, and has that Meze branding as well. But again, yes, the cable not the most best feeling cable that I have checked out. So not a big fan of the cable here. But overall, for the lobes, really nicely built here. One of the better ones that I have checked out in this price range. First, we are now wearing it on the ear, and it does fit really well here. So it's quite breathable on the ear. It's not that suffocating to listen to, so comfort is really good here. Isolation also is above average. It blocks out most of the noise. I would say one of the better isolating ones that I've listened to in that price range. In terms of the stability, I would say not the most stable here. It's not the most hugging to the ear. So it does fit well, I would say. But not the most stable. So your IEMs with fins will be more stable compared to this one. But what's good here is in my first wear, I was able to get a good fit. So just get the right tips for this, and you will get a good fit. So we're gonna have a first listen with some Let's Groove, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Here's the first impressions here, guys. This is more of a smooth sound on the ear, and also the stage is more of a height than width for me. The height is really big on this IEM, and yeah, instead of the overall sound, this does remind me a lot of the Meze Classics. So you have ample bass at the bottom, you have that warmth at the bottom, and you have still that ample extension at the top. So this is more of a U type of shape, and the bass here is quite prominent in the mix. And what I really like about this is the vocals is quite full and lush in the mix. So definitely compared to maybe your BA counterparts, this will be one advantage. So the bass here, yes, it has some warmth, it has some boom to the bass, or much like the Meze Audio classics. But I would say compared to the classics, this is a bit more toned down in the mix. It's a bit more controlled. It has more speed. So what's cool here as well is even if it has maybe a dynamic driver presentation, the micro detail here is pretty good. So it has maybe above average micro detail. Still won't beat out your multi-driver counterparts, but this has some speed to the driver here. So let's try another track, maybe some Maroon 5, Girls Like You. But maybe one downside that I encountered is this might have some hotness in the vocal region. So maybe it reminds me of the Prometheus in a way as well, quite revealing in the mix, but sometimes can introduce some hotness in the vocal region. Maybe in that price range, this might be the most engaging, most fun IEM that I've listened to. So I actually just reviewed the Eco OH10, but this might be even more engaging, more fun, more revealing compared to the OH10. So definitely that dynamic driver presentation, and also the energetic nature of the tuning here is a bit more energetic compared to the OH10. So I can see that this can be an upgrade from your usual blondes, KZs, TFZs as well. So it's kind of in that trajectory in terms of the listen on the ear. Let's try some 24K Magic Bruno Mars. Still, I would say in the bass region, this still has some warmth to it. So this is not your most technically capable bass. This is still more of a fun bass on the mix. So I would say compared to your Starseas, your Starsea bass will be more toned down, more tight. Even compared to maybe the Starfields, the bass here is a bit more upfront in the mix, I would say. So the bass here is a bit bigger in the mix compared to the Starfields. I would say soundstage is average to above average, not the biggest that I've heard, but the height is bigger than the width. So looking at the highs here, it has good body on top, but I can see some thinness here, not the fullest bodied cymbals that I have listened to. Yeah, the soundstage here is quite good in the mix, but not the biggest that I've heard. Your Starseas will be bigger in the mix compared to this one. It's meaty mids here, guys. So this is definitely one of the strength of this IEM. I would say the mids here is thicker, more lush even compared to your Starsea. But yeah, maybe one issue for me here, yes, is the vocals might not be the most revealing vocals here, might not be the most detailed vocals that you can listen to. So in terms of the technicalities, I would say this is not the best that I've listened to in the mids region. So your BA counterparts will have better micro detail, better micro dynamics in that regard. It's more of a fun type of listen to the ear. So I would say the closest that I can think of a listen would be maybe a TFZ kind of listen to the ear. This reminds me a lot of the TFZ Live 3. Tonally as well, I do like the tonality overall. And also for me, maybe for some people, this might be a bit too much bass. So the bass here still has some warmth to the overall listen. Right now, let's check out the signature. And looking at the signature is definitely more of a V type of shape on the ear. You do have that double horns at the top here, and you do have that ample bass at the bottom. And if you look at the signature here, you do have that maybe a mid bass bump. So you do have that maybe boomy bass at the bottom here. So the warmth is definitely there. And also it's nicely extended at the top as well. You do have that 12K on top. So I would say overall this is a very Meze type of signature. You have that warmth at the bottom and also extended top as well. So definitely this is more of a fun type of listen on the ear. This is even more V-shaped compared to the Blonde Prometheus, even more V-shaped compared to the Tinty 5. So definitely for those who's looking for a V type of shape, this might be something that you can consider. So from the sub bass region, you're getting slight elevation to around 100 hertz, and from 100 hertz you're getting that recession to around 1K, and then after 1K you do get that slight hump at around 1.5K, and then after that you're getting a recession again to around 2K for your V shape here, and after 2K you're getting that elevation first peak at around 5K, and then after 5K you're getting that recession to around 10K. And then after 10K, you're getting that final peak at around 12K here. And as you can notice, guys, a 12K is more recessed compared to your 5K here. So not the most prominent 12K here in the mix. But as you can notice here, guys, the mid bass bump here in the bass region definitely gives that boomy substantial warmth, bassy kind of listen to the ear. So comparing it to the Blonde Prometheus, actually the bass region in both IEMs is very similar here, almost the same. But as you can see in the Blonde Prometheus, your mids is a bit more elevated in the mix. Also, you're getting that 6K elevation as well compared to the Ryze Solo that you're getting a 5K elevation. But both of them have that maybe 13K, 12K elevation at the top. But the 12K in the Blonde Prometheus is a bit more elevated in the mix. So a lot of similarities here, but surprisingly, the Braun Prometheus has more forward mids in the signatures. In terms of the overall sound, the Prometheus still has more boomy and ample bass in the mix. So one of the more signature of the blondes here. Better vocal positioning as well in the blondes. Also the extension on top is a bit more prominent in the Prometheus here. The Ryze solo in comparison is more V-shaped, less 12K in the mix as well. More recessed vocal here in the mix. A bit more toned down bass, warmer vocal as well in the presentation overall. There's the pros and cons here. The Ryze solo is more of a warmer vocal, warmer sound as well on the ear. The Blonde Prometheus is more fun type of listen to the ear, and also brighter vocal as well. So here in my personal preference, I do like the Blonde Prometheus more, even if it's cheaper. So I do like the vocal positioning of the Blonde Prometheus, and also I do like the more extended top as well. So the Blonde Prometheus, even if it's cheaper, I do like it over the Ryze solo in this regard. Also compared to the 10T5, as you guys can see in the signature, the bass in the 10T5 is definitely more recessed in the mix, but both of them have that 12K elevation. Both of them have that 5-6K elevation here. So both have double horns at the top, and as you guys can see, the positioning in the mids has some similarities here, but definitely the 10T5 is gonna be brighter on the ear here, and also less peaky to listen to on top as well. All right, so going to the sound quality, so the 10T5 is brighter on the ear, less bassy as well. A more controlled bass as well overall, a bit more relaxed sound as well, just a touch here. Better vocal positioning for me as well in the 10T5. Also a touch more micro detail in the 10T5 as well, and also bigger stage in the 10T5 as well. So the Ryze solo is definitely warmer on the ear. The vocal is warmer in presentation as well. So the bass is actually more boomy and less punchy on the ear. Smaller stage as well in the Ryze solo, but smoother sound, full sound, lush presentation overall in the Ryze solo in this regard. So in this comparison, they do have a lot of similarities here. Warmer overall sound on the Ryze solo, brighter and also a bit more technical in the 10T5 in this regard. So for my personal preference, I do like the 10T5 here overall. I do like that you have more micro detail in the mix, also a more controlled bass, better vocal positioning. Also for the Ryze solo, this is definitely for those who's looking for a bassy type of listen, really warm type of listen, a very Meze type of listen. So if you do like the Meze 99 classics, you will like this IEM. It definitely has that Meze house sound in this regard. So for me, pros here, I do like that you have full bodied vocal in the mix, warm vocal as well, ample bass at the bottom and boomy as well, so substantial bass here. Can be for bass heads, so in the $100 to $200 price range. This is one of the few for bass heads that you can buy. Also really engaging sound on the ear here, so fun type of listen. Of course, in terms of cons here, so the bass might be a bit too much for some people. And also the warmer vocal, it can come across as a kind of veiled for some people as well. And also the 12K on top might not be as extended as you would like here. So it makes the overall listen a bit warm, and also you do have some hotness as well in some tracks here. So of course, for those people who like a Meze type of sound, a warm sound on the ear, this can be in your short list. However, for me, in my personal preference, so I do like the blondes and also the 10T5s in this regard. So I will recommend them more compared to the Ryze solo, and actually the blonde is cheaper compared to the Ryze solo in this regard. So buying the Ryze solo, you need to be into the Meze sound for you to be able to like the Ryze solo over the Blonde Prometheus and also the 10T5. But for me, I think for most people, the Blonde Prometheus might be a better value pick. Alright, so that's my check of the Ryze solo. Of course, if you learned something, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt review. Bye bye.